He's done it. What do I mean by this? Yeah, that boss that we were stuck on yesterday, I don't know what changed. Um, you can see I changed my covenant. I think my covenant was actually preventing me from summoning NPCs because as soon as I switched, the sign showed up where it was supposed to be. Not really sure how that covenant ends up working out. I just figured praise the sun always wants people to go up or whatever, so I was like, alright, let's go ahead and try that. As soon as I put this on, got down there, the sign was exactly where it was supposed to be. So I don't know if it's that covenant that it kills summons or something, but we did it. I did first try even. You can see my HP bar right there, the souls I just got back from it. It still took me all my S's. And the NPC was actually hot garbage. Like, it was just trying to punch her to death. So he took everything straight to the face. But it distracted the summons long enough for me to consistently kill them until he ended up dying when she was about half health, and then I kind of just was able to do it from there. And that was the first attempt that I had done it with a NPC summon, so I knew I could do it. Like, I knew the only problem was the summons, and as soon as we got those out of the way, we just cleared her. Like, just that. Now, if I actually get the summons for everywhere else, life should become a lot easier.
Bearer of the until hope.
Right. I think it's like 40k souls or something like that for a level, so I'm gonna hope that this is gonna give me enough for 2 levels here. Which it looks like it might just barely. Yeah, just about. Oh, just good enough for us to get 2 off. A little cast speed increase, you always love to see it. I didn't even get a lightning bonus that time. Well, I guess it's for faith more so than anything, so fair enough. The reason why we're putting into intellect is now, with the last of my intellect incense, I can go ahead and allow us to go use the other spell that we had just got. Because I'm very interested to see what it actually is going to turn out to be. I think I have an idea based off of Dark Souls 3. If I'm thinking of the magic correctly, then I think I know what I should be expecting from it, but I still want to see it actually end up perfect. Straight up 2-shot these guys now, you'd love to see it. Praise the sun, baby. Of course, now I gotta wait for all of these guys to come in here, otherwise they're gonna try and murder me while I use the incense. Thankfully we're 2-shopping now, so it don't even matter. Just gotta knock all of them out of the way. I don't even want to give them a chance to be able to do nothing. Where's the other guy? Chill. Maybe he ran down this way? I knew it. Alright, now that we can actually do it in peace, so I guess we'll go ahead and grab this. As soon as I beat the... Like, I knew as soon as I got a single NPC in there to take someone aggro off of me, it was done. And we did it. Incense. Focus souls. Here it is. This one, less intelligence. Yes, beautiful. Oh, why would I need to move the thing? But that's fine. We can now use focus souls.
Cheers.
Cheers indeed, friend. Now we go back to the we go back to where I just killed the boss. Because there's another a bonfire immediately after that, and then immediately after the bonfire, there's another fog wall, which I can only imagine is the boss right after it. So I want to check out this. If we never have to do that jump again, then I don't need fall control yet. Definitely still something to consider, but I don't need it currently, so we're gonna leave that as is. As for our last magic, just give me soul, guys, or let's take it. Test out this magic, shall we? Focus souls. Alright, there's probably not enough room to actually test that far. Oh. So it's soulable, but it's 4 of them. And it might actually cast faster than actual soulable itself. Interesting. Not exactly sure how we're gonna make that work. But yeah, now we have every area open and every bonfire except for like 2 of them now, I think. Forgot to turn off notifications again. Yeah, apparently I missed 2 different ones in this area. Not really sure how that happened. And then sadly we're missing this one because I killed both people at the same time, which if I had kept one alive, gotten the key, then I could have killed off the other one that ended up surviving the fight. So yeah, rips to that bonfire. I really hope it's not like, oh, you have to hit every bonfire to fight the secret final boss, because otherwise we're kind of just screwed, and there's like nothing I can do about that besides replay Dark Souls 2 all over again, which probably not happening unless people really want to see it. What do we want to do here? We'll see the boss that's right after it. I mean, it's right there and a lot faster to get to than trying to go back to the tigers. There's even 2 summons in this area. You know, like 2 NPC summons, but I'll take them. Is it gonna nerf our damage on the boss? Oh, absolute. And is it gonna potentially keep me alive from said boss by having them focus on them instead? Hopefully. Assuming this is even the boss, like we just came from the boss, so like why would it be, right? But it gave me 2 summons immediately, so... Oh, there you are. Okay. The Slumbering Dragon. Alright, NPC's already taking fire straight to the face. Well, that we might have had a little bit of cover. But yeah, no, he took care of that rip. Yeah, maybe summoning 2 summons maybe wasn't the play with the fact that my damage is so mitigated. Wow, I did not think he was going to cover that. What the heck? The Transcendent Eddie over there, tanking like a true champ for me, so I'll take it. Dude, I can't even get to him. He just keeps running away. Magic that reaches that far, man. He's gonna shoot that at me. Oh, come on. Oh, nice. This thing is actually... Oh, that dude took that straight to the face. Like a champ, though. I'm gonna imagine that he probably ended up not on that. So it's looking like thunder magic is presumably the way to go if they're going to be using, or if they're going to make the NPCs be using it. I would imagine they would be more or less built to help you with this guy, in which case that's probably it. I don't know the range on that, so I'm going to just chill and let Transcendent Eddie kind of just deal with me. Chill? I figured you're going to try some follow-up. I really can't target his head. Really just cannot possibly. I understand that. Like, I would be the class, if not for the archer class, to realistically be able to hit him in the head the most often. From pretty much any spot. Yet it has me shooting at his legs and stuff. I don't auto-lock things. It's probably attached to the character model join or something for the auto-lock, which is probably why it's in such weird places. I wish I could punish him for that, but Dark Lord just that's not where I want to be. That's not where I need to be. Eddie, I need you to do your tank job and not let me get wrecked by this guy. That's the attack you love to see when it's not pointed at you. Love to see it. he's so good. He moves so much. Like, he never just chills. The fact that I'm still hitting him for 80 with mitigated damage because we have the extra summons is pretty good. And this isn't on like a crazy spell or nothing either. I rolled directly into that. Can't even be mad. I can do that. Hooray for something aggro, baby. Kinda feels nice every once in a while to not take actually everything to the base. Although my summons are very quickly dying here, kind of just like running into every attack he does now. The NPC does seem to throw at some point. Like, they're good for a little bit, and then they're like, ah, I'm just gonna throw real quick. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, that's not great, because she's my healer. And also, this guy's still taking mitigated damage because of the other guy. Oh, my. That attack's brutal. Just the amount of damage it's got. Transcendent Eddie is just actually being the champ right now, even though he's very graceful. What are you doing? Fire? Oh. Okay, I don't know if it's worth it to have both of them. Transcendent Eddie seems to be the way to go. So I'm probably gonna take him and maybe not the other one. Is it only at full HP that I get these guys? It seems to kind of be the case, which is ever so slightly weird. Yeah, so Focussal's not that great, so that's great. If Thunder Magic's the way to go, then give me my Thunder Magic then. Really? I have to be at full HP before I can use the summons? That seems dumb. Or full max HP at that, from the looks of it. Yeah, that's really dumb. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna try this solo. That was the first time I tried that boss, is I literally just killed the boss, the first boss before this one, the summon early, before I started this one. So, first time trying this guy solo, anyways. I hate the auto-targeting on this guy. It never lets me target anywhere that I actually want to. It's hard to keep, like, an actually good sight on it. You think that would do like tick damage or something, but no, apparently. Oh, he does toxic. That's what that is. Oh, good. Okay, I guess I'll just die then. Okay, he does toxic. I don't know if I actually have anything to clear toxic. That's about what I expected to happen. Was really hoping I would have, you know, the two other summons that were chilling right here, but apparently that's just not gonna happen. For 100 damage, that's just not worth it. I imagine that's not gonna be great either. Right. What would I use instead? What would I use instead? Could use repel if I have more. I could use repel, and that way I'll, in theory, have to block. I can try that. I guess we'll just keep trying it solo, and then if I ever use a human effigy again, then we'll just go ahead and use that. Yeah, so this dragon really, I should have looked in my inventory to see if I had toxic. Something tells me it's like a unique effect, which is probably not gonna do much. Alright, heal while he's flying in the air. I will do that. I figured that was gonna be the case. It doesn't seem like he necessarily has a follow-up attack. That goes so much farther than I think it actually does. I keep thinking it's gonna end a lot sooner. Okay, but instead of running to the left, it just made me eat that one. So I guess I'm toxic now. Okay, my HP bar. Yeah, my HP bar is just gonna be gone before I even get a chance to heal from that. Wow, alright. Well, I really need auto luck. Stop screwing me already. That is really not... Oh, boy. Okay. What do I do? I even... Is there even anything for toxic? Produces poison, but is poison the same thing as toxic? I doubt it. I almost kind of want to look it up just to see if, like, there is a difference. That's also more work than we'll put into it. So. Okay, well, toxic isn't even like, it's not even a defense thing, is it? Yeah, no, I've got everything else but toxic, so I guess it's just a unique thing. Great. Okay. Well, I don't even know if his fire breath attack actually counts as fire or if it counts as toxic, because if it counts as toxic, then I still have no defense against it. I must be like using the wrong chime or something. I don't feel like thunder damage should be this weak, especially when dragons and darkness in theory are notorious for taking extra damage from thunder magic, like Darky or Medea and stuff. In theory was, but yet I never had worked all that well for me. So we're hitting him decently hard. Like when we are getting our hits, sir. What are you doing? I was in the middle of casting repel. I guess that attacks me quick. Okay, yeah, I gotta... If I'm gonna use it, I have to use it, like, immediately as he's using the attack. Just because how quick he is. I really cannot afford to get tossed. So if I run around by his wing, it looks like we're clear of the attack. It doesn't look like he can hit me. I rolled too early. I'm gonna die right here. I'm gonna throw notifications again. I'll do that after this death. Or this kill. What are you up to? Okay, flying attack. That's fine. That's 3 damage right there. Never mind, Dark still out of range. Got another 3 damage. So far, this boss not too bad, even at solo. This can realistically dodge some of his attacks here. Ow. Not getting stand in the way of him. Okay, do not run into the toxic fog. Don't do it. Oh, please, yes. Keep using that attack when it's not even close to me. That's beautiful. Yeah, imagine you're gonna try that. I rolled. Don't give me that. Okay, I guess I'll just die then. I refuse to believe that I'm getting hit by some of these. These rolls feel good, so I guess I just don't know what's considered hitting me. I thought it would have been the claws, but maybe it's the actual his head or maybe his wings or something, which feels wrong. You would think, you know, the claws sliding across the ground would be the thing doing damage to you, but I guess him headbutting me or hitting me with his wings is maybe good. I should have just, again, I put on repel, but I just feel like I should have. What? No. 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 Come on. I did repel it. I still got knocked out, but I did repair. They forced me into the toxic there, which is not necessarily the worst as long as I can stick out of it. Big deal. Really? I was right at the end of it. Really? Gosh, the fire spray goes. It goes every time. It goes farther than I think I do. I guess I need to use maybe half my sprint bar to actually get out of range of it, which is kind of ridiculous, but all right. Man, not really that hard of a boss so far. Maybe probably under half and stuff. We'll see. The fact that he let us get 3 of them is so nice. There we go. Oh, look, I didn't get hit that time. Yet I feel as though I rolled at the same position I did last time. Okay, what are you doing? Auto lock, please. Yeah, auto lock locking onto his feet does not help me when he's doing like a nosedive attack at me, but you know, I guess you're trying. I keep forgetting to turn it on. That's although I don't know why they won't just relaunch like 3 different times, like in the last 10 minutes. That's I do not want to, but I also can't afford to get hit by all this toxic either. I need to make like a corner of it, so that way the rest of the map is free from it for me to be able to do what I need to do to actually avoid it. Okay, I guess I'll just die then. The camera angle's weird. I'll be back in a second. I'll turn off notifications. Okay, alright. Now this feels like a boss. I love the feeling of this fight. It actually feels doable even at solo. And it feels like an actual boss fight. You've been fighting the boss the entire time. And so, you know, that's always a nice refreshing feeling. I didn't think you would hit me with that, but you're right. I hate how that goes in front of my screen. Not him flying at me, that's fine. It's the destruction of the environment around me when I've got a big boulder like basically going like this and then he swoops down at me. It's like, okay, I guess I'll just get hit then. How am I supposed to time a roll off of it if I've got the environment screwing me over? Like, it's like looking into the boulder like this, except maybe count like half the screen, so like it basically only fits to my character model, and then I've got a boulder in my face. It's like, how am I supposed to time a roll around that? Mass HP dropping real quick, so that's gonna be rough. And the opening in this fight is very nice for us. The fact that we're generally able to get 4 soul spears off for free is so good. Actually, so good. Seems like he really starts off with this attack. I'm trying to make a dedicated corner for all those random fireballs that he throws. Okay. I'm also trying to get him to break more of the environment, because if I keep dying to the environment so I can't even see it, I'll be upset. So much in the area, though. Oh, you started that one. Okay, you always started that way. It moves faster than my actual dash? What? Am I supposed to run at him when he's doing that? I must have to run at him then. If his fire sweep from right to left is faster than I can even dash right to left, then I must have to run straight at him. Like, Actually, I guess I could use repel? I don't know, I'll try repel next time. But yeah, it seems like I'm supposed to run at him with that attack rather than going right there. I mean, if it's faster than my dash, then there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I'm just guaranteed to lose. Yes, please destroy the environment, please. I can't have it blocking me. So if I run at you... Okay, yep, running at him is the way for that attack. Which seems wrong, and it feels wrong, but I believe it's the right thing to do from anecdotal evidence given me here. I couldn't see. I got stuck behind a thing and I couldn't tell if my dude was still up or not. Because if you're laying on the ground, you get a little bit of a temporary invincibility. Like as soon as you get knocked down and your dude's like barely starting to get back up, it affords you a little bit of invincibility upon doing so. Wow, yeah, you really only get a chance at summons at full HP? That's get me Transcendent, Eddie. I feel like we could do it solo, but also this will make it a lot faster. And I've already used NPC summons in this area for the other boss fights and stuff. I've only used them for the DLC, which is supposed to be meant for go-up, so I don't feel all too bad about that. The healer lady, she kind of stood in the fire and just died, so like it's kind of hard to like pick her up. And this way I'll at least still be doing a decent amount of damage, but I'll also have an actual technique because Eddie here is an actual technique. Okay, well, this is what we have max HP in essence for. I mean, look at that. We're doing, what, maybe 80 less damage, but we're also not taking full aggro of this man. Although Eddie's dying a lot faster than he should be. What the heck, Eddie? I would love to be able to see what attack he's doing, but my cursed camera angle is kind of screwed. I'd love to see it. But Eddie, you can also, you have a shield there, friend. I don't know if you noticed. Shields are usually meant for blocking damage. You know, if you're refusing to roll out of the way of it. Okay, because I just died. Never mind. I thought he was using the rocket spray, in which case I would have died. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna eat that one every time. I can't ever get my repel up in time for that. Let's try repel. Yep, we did indeed block it. We'll love to see. Dang, Grizzly still hit me? The range on that, man. Eddie, you're also becoming super useless immediately. Like, must this, like, what happened? The first time you were in here, you know, you were doing just fine. Must you run into every attack? I get it, you're a tank, but, like, you're not that tanky. I don't know if we noticed the HP bar or not there, friend, but, Fireball? No, okay, he's been running through. I haven't figured out 100% its actual attack here yet. Repel is actually so good for this fight. Like, the attacks are just slow enough on some of them to make it actually worthwhile. I feel like I would have half-built this dude already if I was good, but it's price to pay for having somebody lead attacks for you. Even though I'm down to resist this. So, pretty sure Eddie just took that one. Well, I walked into that. I can't be looking at that. Well, at least he walked in there to give me enough time. There's definitely some difference. Okay, he does very bad at his flying around the corner of the map. I just now noticed. I could definitely use to my advantage. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That time we were able to do fine. Maybe he just goes faster or closer to it. he's gonna one-shot me somehow. That was a good number. Yeah, keep him in this corner. He really cannot fly, but he can certainly shoot fire at me. He might also use more melee attacks if we keep him in this corner here. Which works out better for me because I've got a tank to get all that nonsense. You can't hit me right there. You can. Okay, good. I considered throwing in sunlight for a friend there. I don't know if it works on NPC summons or not. I would imagine it would. Otherwise, like, how would you ever get use out of the AoE? Right? Dark magic spam intensifies, baby. What are you going after here? Well, you know what? You haven't done that in a minute, so fair enough. Transcended Eddie, don't do this. You're supposed to transcend this other nonsense. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna get toxic. Oh, okay, I guess I'm just gonna get toxic. It's my HP bar. Yikes. Nice, I got the repel up in time, which apparently works on toxic as well. Oh, I could have been spamming this while he was using toxic. And then I would have lost like 3 essence. I didn't realize it blocked status effect as well. I guess it did say damage wouldn't be inflicted or whatever. It's so good. Repel is actually OP. Look at that. Just dark damage. Just being the way they go. Oh, we killed him mid-air. Well, thanks, Transcendent Eddie. Look how much easier these boss fights are as soon as I've got an NPC. As soon as somebody's able to tank, we're like all good. Like it's not even close. Which kind of ruins a little bit of the challenge, but it still felt fun in that fight. It felt good to actually be like kind of OP for that fight. Not even an OP in the fact that we like killed him quickly, but OP in the fact that I wasn't getting murdered every second of the game. We got somebody's running off that. Sometimes deflect. Sometimes. Sometimes deflect. That's not good enough. If it said always reflect spells, of course it would be broken, in which case they couldn't allow that. But how much is sometimes? Are we talking 30% of the time? Are we talking a 50-50? Like, what are we talking here? Is that bonfire all the way back there? Oh yeah, that's our bonfire that we just hit. I thought I fell down or something to get to this guy, which is, I was like, why is the bonfire right there? But no, we hit that one. Teleport me out of here? Crown of the Sunken King. Okay. We got multiple crowns now. A faint heat lingers in the ancient. Again, I don't know what's supposed to be referencing there. Like, am I supposed to wear the crown now or something? It tends to be how that goes at times. Crown of the Sunken King. So really not that bad. Alright, 2 bosses down and they're, well, I guess like 40-ish minutes since I started. Since we didn't get to see the first boss fight, because I was like, I don't know how well this is gonna go, and then it was like, oh, yeah, this isn't bad at all, and then I ended up killing her. I was like, if I don't do it now, somehow I'm gonna regret this later, so I'm gonna take care of this right now. But if you ended up watching the last stream, she didn't use any new attacks, so it was really just me dodging and killing her.
Bearer of the curse until.
So we have enough intellect and faith to use everything that we want. So maybe vitality. It does give us poison resistance, which is not bad. We're also going to be able to start getting access to better armor. How much AP? Yeah, 20. 20. Stamina gives 1 HP and 1 stamina. Woo! Okay, they really didn't want you to build stamina in this one, huh? I guess give me vitality. The potentially get better, to get better armor would be helpful. Would probably give me more stats overall than attempting to raise them by like 1 every time. We did get a soul from that dragon, so I'm gonna go ahead and check it out at this guy, and if he doesn't have it, then we'll go check it out at the other blacksmith ladies.
So, if you
No dragon magic? You know, that's fine. Dragon magic? No? Okay. Not you that I talked to for that one, huh? Well, she is... We spawn at this one because we don't have this one, the easier one. We have to work our way back down there, unfortunately. We were even able to not break our staff at the end of that fight, which is pretty nice. It's not like a huge deal, like, I could have just used some of the souls from beforehand to be able to do it. I forget what response. It's like right down by this dude at the point, I think. And don't you normally spam that thing when I try and go there? Got him. About that. All the spiders are gonna spawn now. You can, like, go down this way. Alright, well, don't roll off the edge of the map. Spiders are way less dangerous than you running off to an instant death. You serious? You're serious? We can stay spamming it. Okay. Oh. Well, if we're just running in there, I can use whatever spells I need to get out of here. Some generally spawn from back here after some point. Shit. Fine, here it is, so I can actually use it.
If you provide a one, I require.
Alright, we get a free weapon too. It's gotta be in here somewhere. Did we not just get the soul? Ancient dragon soul, but that's not the right dragon. Guardian dragon soul? No. This is the one. Yorg's spear. Spear wielded by Sir Yorg during his invasion of Sanctum City after his defeat of the Sunken King. Sir Yorg pierced Synth, the Slumbering Dragon, with a spear to claim his blood. But Synth immediately awoke, spewing a poisonous fog that blanketed the city in death, and Sir Yorg disappeared into the internal sink. That's the only... Okay, those are the only 2 items we can use for him, so you know what? I guess go ahead and... I can't use either of these, and this is the witch ladies beforehand that I ended up killing her. An armament forged from the soul of Alonne, Child Dark, used strong attack to unleash its latent power. When the abyss dissipated, the things I called at home were fragmented and scattered across the realm. Eventually, these pieces regained form in ways that hinted at humanity's true nature. Yeah, okay, sure. I'm gonna leave those for the time being.
Come again.
That way, if we do end up ever getting a usable soul in terms of maybe like some magic or something, then we can grab that for free. I think that's the end of that area. Actually, let me check that before I waltz out of there. Okay, yeah. We only have the tiger, and we only have the night boy left. I would honestly rather deal with the tiger. The Sanic sword using guy is just like that. Definitely is going to require an NPC summon. At least as a ranged. As a melee, you could probably get away with it, but as a ranged, I don't really see me getting away with that one. Now we're at full health. We have a new covenant. We're seeing signs in other areas. I'm hoping that means I'm hoping that means that we'll see these summons on this side. I tried to clear out more horses and stuff, so I want to say that's going to end up helping. I should change my crown back, because that one doesn't have my extra defense and stuff on it. Not that this one gives that much more, but it is actually leveled unlike the other. I'm trying to find the summoning circle, but the whole blizzard thing is not exactly doing me well here. Here we go. In theory, there's signs here, which I see 1, 2. There's supposed to be 3 in this edition. Yeah, no, there's 3. You were the healer that I kind of got wrecked. I don't really need you. I don't think we've... well, that's a look. You're all ranged. Not really what I'm looking for there. You're a tanky boy. Give me a tanky boy. Tanky boy, we stand tanky boys over here. Like, somebody that can just get thrown to the wind while I nuke the summons where we're at. Alright, buddy, follow me. Yeah, AI pathfinding when it's your NPCs. Probably not going to be the greatest in this area. But if you can help me kill off the horses, or at the very least, like, keep them aggroed off of me, then I can kill them so much easier. I still have repel on. It might be worthwhile for the tiger fight. At that point, if I ever have to guess, in theory, I could pop that. Whether or not I'll actually get it in time is a different thing. It's a different problem. Hey, you're kind of blocking my camera angle here, fam. I'm gonna need you to move out the way. I hate this area. I hate it. I can't be the only one that hates this area. Please, just tell me where I'm going. I want to say this is the second one, which is... We're making our way through. We have yet to see a horse. I did go around and kill more of them, so I'm really hoping that we shouldn't actually see any. We might still see 1 or 2 around the, where the equipment used to be, and I think it's just because it's specifically for, you know, protecting that area from you getting the item, even though it can't, you know, the item's already gone, so why is it still protecting it? No, I want to say these happen like every 30 seconds, these blizzards or whatever. So in theory, when it gets all blizzard-like, I could just chill out and then move, and then chill out and then move. Yeah, I went way farther away than what I thought. I'm hoping if I stay around this way, headed more towards the ruin, that the horses aren't going to spawn here. May or may not be lucky about that. I want to say that we're probably fine. Yeah, so we would take. Holy, he's even tankier now. I've got somebody else. You don't have to run into every attack, you know. Like you can dodge. Again, when they come bombard now, you're out of no. Like, can you not attack, or are you just like straight up attack? Because you're certainly tanky. Okay, there we go. It seems like he was broken there for a second, the fact that he wasn't even attacking at all. I should be bringing soothing sunlight if we're gonna be doing this. I heard another one somewhere. Unless it was this dude, I doubt it. just attempt to run away from them. And while I have them, I may as well kill them off. If they are, in theory, finite, at some point they're gonna run out, and then I can actually do this without losing it health on our NPCs here. Alright, I'm hoping with him here that they're gonna target him, in which case I can more or less free cast on the one that we're originally working on. I haven't practiced any of these bosses at all today, so this can get rough. My guy, are you even in here? It says he's still with me, but yet to see any acknowledgement of his presence so far. There it is. Alright, well that's worked out this one. Oh, and he even takes it for me. It's so good. It's actually so good. Like, I just did a fourth of this man's HP and he hasn't even touched me once. Okay. That's the attack I'm generally used to. So the actual NPC here doesn't seem to be that great in terms of damage, but he certainly can tank things. But you know what? That's kind of all I need him to do, honestly. I've got the damage. Yeah, I figured that might happen because he's so far away from the other one. Oh, really? You're gonna focus me with that? Really? You're both gonna focus me? This is not how this is supposed to go down. You're cheating. You're supposed to go after something. Thankfully, the wall there saved me. Go after the summon, please. If I can kill one of them before the summon dies, I'm pretty sure we just win. I even did a little bit of damage there. Thanks, bro. This one's trying to run away. Oh, this one's hard. Repel, baby! Never mind, it didn't go off the time. Okay. Yeah. I can't see! I can't see! They're too thick! Why are they still after me, guys? I want to say you're the hurt one? You're the hurt one. Oh, perfect. Yes, please. Yeah. Well, ideally go after him. Leave me alone. I don't know what it is, but these guys are being a lot more passive once I have an NPC in here. Like, normally these guys are on top of me 24/7. Trying to kill this dude. How do you gonna tell me that didn't kill him? Get out of here. There we go. Alright, this should be a free fight. Look at how much easier these fights are once I have somebody that can realistically. You're like, that's every DLC, or that's every Dark Souls boss in a nutshell. You're kind of right, but like, compared to what we were seeing before these fights and being in the earlier streams, like, oh no. That doesn't mean you still can't kill me. Yes, okay, good. I'm gonna imagine that's gonna target hit. He's a very weird NPC. Like, he really seems to just be a punching bag, but really that's all I needed him for, so he's actually kind of perfect in that regard. I don't necessarily need him to 1v1 this tiger. Like, I can definitely 1v1 a single tiger. We've seen me almost kill a single one until the second one came in and nuked me. Definitely possible. Oh, okay, I guess I'll just take damage. You're regenerating XP. That's what we call cheating there, friend. I really cannot have you do this. And I can't help but feel like you're doing a lot more damage to it. Get out there. It's so good. so good. That's actually so good. Oh, I love Repel, man. Repel, it's like the one actually defensive spell so far that we've been able to apply. Or at least the one defensive spell. Are you just gonna constantly regenerate health? Just feels like some utter nonsense, but alright. I can't help but feel like that's still gonna target me, even though he's right there. Yep. Of course, that makes sense. Friend, I really can't have you dying on it right here when he's okay, it looks like he's out of his baby rage form. Fine. I'm surprised I had enough HP to actually do that. You're really still targeting me! You literally sat on the dude, and yet I'm going dead dark. Oh my... Come on, man. No, I refuse. No, come on. Okay, so once he goes into baby rage form, he takes less damage. It seems like he does more damage, and he also seems to Alright, so I need spell restoration items, like, immediately available to me. Probably don't need all too much, but I also have more of this one. So go ahead and give me that. I really hope it allows the summons. If not, I'll probably just end up using a human effigy, because he really did make a difference there. The fact that I was able to just mow him down was beautiful. I'm gonna start with this staff I have on me currently, because I want the other staff for the second tiger, because our first staff said it was at potentially gonna break or whatever. So ideally, I want to save that staff for him because it casts faster, essentially. So I can potentially dodge more than the other one because I won't be stuck in the animation as long. Like, really that far away? Apparently I am really just that far away. Okay. That would definitely be a nice quality of life change if, like, I didn't have to be at full HP to summon these guys. That seems a bit ridiculous. Yeah, I'd really have to be at full HP to summon them, huh? Okay, yep, that makes so much sense. I don't need to go back to heal for that baby amount. Just give me this guy. He's thick enough. I don't think the others are going to help me that much. I just don't really see it happening. I don't need damage. Like, I don't. Would it be nice? Sure, but I think, I would imagine that the more people I summon in, the earlier the second tiger came in, because when we were by ourselves, we got him down to about 25% HP before the other second tiger would come in. That time he came in at about 50% HP, and that's only with a single summon, so I would imagine at like 2 to 3 summons, he's probably just gonna be on me, like immediately. Which is definitely not what I'm looking for. I've gone too far this way if I'm actually seeing these guys. I guess I need to wait for my NPC to get up to the door before I go in. Because it seemed like he took a minute to get in, which if that's going to be the case, I'll just wait for him. That way he can potentially soak up more damage for me. I should have took Soothing Sunlight again. I keep saying it, I keep forgetting it. Because if it does work on the NPC, like, one heal on this guy throughout the entire fight might actually just be enough to make him my tank the entire fight. Like, he may not even die if I get a Soothing Sunlight on him. Just because of, like, how much HP he has. And it's supposed to be a decent heal. It required, like, 50 plus faith. So I would imagine that it would, you know, give me a decent amount. Alright, we're getting a little too close there. Oh, he's actually not as far back as I thought he would be. That's nice. I want to stay close to this. I mean, we had horses spawn last time, and we killed off a decent amount of horses, so I want to think that they're not going to spawn over here now that we just killed them. But they've also, yeah, proven me wrong plenty of times. Yep, I knew it. My dude stepped forward to cast the magic, and he went straight into the air. Sometimes, like, why should I get it? Yeah, help us. I feel like you two are the same from last time, even though we just did it. Whatever, you're dead. Get out of here. Use more essence than I used last time to get here. I'm hoping that I can just mitigate some of that through repel and potentially passing it off to our friend over there, even though he was decently close dying the last time. If he ends up dying, that's not too bad, because then, as long as we kill the first tiger and this dude then dies, that's fine. You good? Okay, yeah, he just takes a really... I don't think he drops off the edges of the thing, so I think it makes him run all the way around. I didn't even really notice that you could hear the timer sounds on the side of this. I guess I was never really looking for it, so why would I, right? I'm getting better at that attack. I also, the reflexes might just be slower. It might also be the fighting two bosses immediately. Probably helps warm up just a bit. He actually blocked an attack. Let's go. He's gonna eat this magic back for sure. Yeah, he really, him and AoEs, he don't really block those. But, you know, the straight up right at his head attacks, that's what he's looking for. Alright, shit. Yeah, I figured he would go after him, but considering the other one targeted me last time I ran him, so I can't shoot. Oh great, the other one's spawning. Oh great. I don't know who you're doing. I need to kill the other one faster. That's not what's supposed to happen. I mean, is that not just Twisted Barricade, but better? Like, it didn't reflect spells necessarily at them or whatever, right? But I also didn't take any damage and still reflected the spell, so, like, that's pretty good. Pretty sure the other guys are trying to run this way. Just kind of made him towards my friend there. As bad as that might sound, but he knows what he signed up for. I don't know where the other one is. I didn't know where the other one was. Oh. This is such a problem in this game. The fact that I always lose my camera between, like, the enemies just being too big or whatever. Like, I'm fine with the character model being big, but when I start losing a sight, it starts becoming a real problem. At least if I can drag the other one away from him, he'll stop being hit by random attacks from other ones. Because my theory, anyways, let's see if that actually comes to fruition. Oh, pretty much. Yeah, exactly, that jump attack. Oh, okay, I guess you'll just target me over the dude that you're literally right next to. That makes sense. I'm gonna drink 2 of those on the off chance that he pressed repel, but it was too late. Oh no. Can you do it like this? I know you're like a tank and all, but if you could really just play it one basic to kill the other tiger. There we go. So we haven't dragged him into the extra damage. Let's hit that dude. You're telling me that hit me? No. I refuse to take... No, I did not get hit by that attack. I refuse to accept that I got damaged for that attack. He was clearly jumping at the other dude. Oh my, whatever. This is what we saved all those extra human effigies for. Nonsense like this. Worst comes to worst, I'm pretty sure I've got maybe like 2 or so vendors that actually have them. Still hate the fact that I have to use an entire human effigy at this amount of max HP loss simply for being able to summon somebody. Seems a bit ridiculous, but okay. Ah, well, whatever works. He is living through the fight, though. And we even killed a tiger there. We're consistently killing at least a tiger every time now. Where are we at? How does this always happen? Blizzards, man, they get to you. This boss, 100% doable with 2 people. It's just a matter of time until we kill him at this point. If I stop getting caught by random attacks, which I don't even think are for me, yet I still end up getting caught by it. I almost want to take in everybody, but something tells me that's just gonna make it worse for me. Like, because then they're just gonna have massive HP bars. If the second one drops in, like, immediately for, like, having all the summons right there, then, yeah. But I prefer not for that to happen, if at all possible. This guy does exactly what I need him to do. Like, he's actually, you know, outside of him actually consistently attacking, where he very much so just seems to stand there and eat damage. If he attacked a little bit more, it'd be like the perfect NPC for what I'm needing here, which is just the damage for me. Not even necessarily eat damage. I mean, we've been dodging a decent amount of the attacks. More so just being a target for the second tiger, that way I can more or less kill off the first tiger in a decent amount of time. The fact that he spawns at HP, or at 50% instead of 25% definitely doesn't help that factor, but it works for now, so I'll take it. Again, really, it could have just put a bonfire down, you know, maybe made life a little easier. I mean, we're not even necessarily getting attacked outside of those the 2 horses right at the end there, which seem to continuously spawn there, which is unfortunate. But outside of that, if we're not even going to get attacked on the way to the boss, like, can we not just have a bonfire to reduce the time that we get back to the boss? Like, fighting the dragon was a perfect bonfire. Like, we had already killed the boss, there was nothing else that was going to be in the way, so just dropping the bonfire to be like, okay, you died, immediately go back in and do it again, that's, you love to see it. There's no must we every time. There's so few bosses that allow it. I really can't have you damaging him before the boss, so if you would just die already. I think that's generally better than what we get. Of course. Of course! The dude's literally standing right there, but yeah, sure, okay, where it be, I guess. He always runs into that AoE, like he just, his AI does not know how to handle AoEs. Alright, whatever, that's about what we normally get. Can't be too mad at that. Pretty sure these guys, the tiger's weakness is actually fire. The problem being that all my fire damage kind of sucks unless it puts me in danger. Then it's actually usable and it does some decent damage, but also I'm also very much so in the way and basically guaranteed to get hit, which considering I'm getting like 2 to 3 hit here, I really cannot allow that to be the thing. Don't tell me the dude walked off the edge. Okay, good. I thought for a second he walked off the edge of the map. I was like, they wouldn't do that, right? That's fine. We love them. I would rather Mike would actually, you know, dodge some of that. He threw out a single auto attack. Let's go. Like, now maybe I'm just blind, but I feel like I never see this guy attack. It seems like he's actually attacking more than what he normally does right now. Real? Okay, good. I thought he was gonna do the jump attack. That's all coming for me. I already know what's good. Yeah, you tried. Yeah, it'll be sometime soon. There's gotta be a better position than like the second tiger. I don't know if that's coming from me or not. Oh, my spell even went off. Screw you, game. I even guessed it again. Oh my. That's just upsetting. It even showed my spell go off. I got hit, yet I still took the damage for it. Oh, but that's really... No, come on. That's ridiculous. I clearly threw out the spell. It even did the animation after it hit me. Yeah. Whatever. I guess I should just always assume that aggro is going to be on me regardless of having NPCs in there. Which feels dumb because, like, that's kind of... I would imagine most people's reasons for summoning in NPCs is for the reason of taking damage for them, right? I mean, like, am I crazy in thinking that? I doubt it. I get that, like, if you just had them take aggro the entire time or whatever, then it's like, then it just makes every fight so easy, which is fine. But when it's like 75% aggro me versus 25% aggro them, maybe that's the real worth behind having 3 NPCs in there. It's just the lack of them focusing me. So maybe we'll end up taking in a second one, although our damage is already lower and we already have to deal with the second one sooner. So if we have to deal with it even sooner than that, that just kind of opens me up for more attacks. If the game just decides, nah, I don't want to target you. I don't want to target the other 3 NPCs. I'd rather target you, in which case, that just leads to a whole bunch of different problems. Also, they'll take even more reduced damage, which I'd rather not. It's not like we're doing like bad damage or anything. Like even with 2 people here, we're still doing a decent amount of damage. It's just the more time that I have in that fight, the more time I get put in danger of getting 2-shot out of nowhere. So. I probably should look into upgrading my armor at some point. I probably should have been already upgraded it, really. I don't necessarily want heavy gear. I don't mind light gear, but I need my light gear to have a bit more tank to it, if at all possible. I know there is lighter gear that still gives you better defensive stats. I've seen it plenty of times in the, I don't know if you would necessarily consider it tip section, but like when it just randomly shows you like some of the items in the game. Some of them are like, oh yeah, it's decently light, but it still gives good enough protection. So it's like, can I have it? Oh, that was probably like the same attack that would have hit me as a spider, which is like, yeah. Oh good, there's already a second one. Great. At least they're aggro on it. Well, you know, one was aggro on it. Okay, good. He's definitely definitely going for it. We're taking more damage than I would like. At this point, just knock him out of the way. A third one? Okay, now you're just getting ridiculous here again. 3 horses though. 3? You can't tell me that's not a little excessive. One of these days I'm gonna remember that they're on soothing sunlight for me. Because that's a decent amount of HP. This dude's tanky, so that's like a decent amount of HP that they actually took off of him. It doesn't seem like he ever uses an Estus to heal himself either, so it very much so seems like whatever damage sticks to him. Which is probably why he's as tanky as he is. You good? You good over there? Yeah, it's just taking him a minute. I don't want to enter too early without it. Because the more time I have in there solo with the second tiger trying to kill me, the worse it's going to be for me. Seriously, that's out of range. I don't believe it. I just don't. Of course, that makes sense. It's not like you were right on top of the other guy. Alright, so I want to just barely get him close to the cap, and then I want to be able to unload on him before the second one attempts. Only aggro's me when I have a guy that can specifically hear the tank. It kind of defeats the purpose. Say it. Where's now the other one's one? Well, it's a good thing I waited until I got actually heals that. Just kind of casually trying to work my way away from our friend over there. That definitely would have hit me. That cast would have been my camera! Why the... Why the... Better believe that's coming to me. Nope, it went for him. Okay, perfect. I had my button on the roll button. I've been waiting. You're the other one? No, I need to kill the other one. Gonna do me like this. Okay. Yes, please keep targeting this man. Honestly, like I have not done enough HP or enough damage for this dude to have my other guy at such low HP. He is decently hurting the other one, so I'll take that. Maybe that buys him some more HP. Trying to sneak more hits. I've been used this. You can't tell me the one time I used that too early. Are you serious? Oh, okay, I guess I'll just get double targeted then. Okay, I guess I'll just die then. What's the point of having a tank if they don't even... Oh my... I just... Do I take in more NPCs? I really don't think it's needed. I'm sure we can do it with 2. But, like, if they're just gonna target me the entire time, then having more settlements, I would hope would change that, but something tells me that's probably not going to be the case. Like, they only specifically target me. I forgot to switch the magic again, but I don't want to sit through another... I should. You know what? Just for trying things' sake, we're going to do it. We're going back. We're switching up one of our magics so that we can... So that way, well, actually, I might have to switch out 2 magics to be able to do soothing sunlight. I think that's the thing. Yeah, 2 slots. But you can see he's greatly heals HP of self and nearby allies. So in theory, I should be able to heal this thing. Soul Spear's nice, but like, if I'm only gonna get 4 uses, like, it's just gonna run out. Can't we we literally only have a Dark Orb at this point for damage in this fight. So I'm definitely going to have to use spell restorations. But if we can keep our friends here tanky, you know what? Let's try. Let's bring in every NPC. You know what? Let's bring in every NPC. I've got the heals friends. Let's see how this goes. I can't help but feel like this is gonna potentially go horribly, but I just want to see it. It's kind of like when I fought the Ivory King and I brought in like 3 different Brace the Sun Boys in with me, along with our other knights. It was just like an absolute, just an absolute brawl, and it was awesome. So you know what? Welcome, everyone. Now then, let the fun begin. Let's go, everybody. I'm gonna do next to no damage to these guys. I can already tell. Oh boy, what the heck? Okay, good. It's just that I thought some dude randomly like despawned. It was like, you're a regular NPC. You can't be doing that unless I do it too. We should be able to like demolish horses, I would imagine, though, with 4 of us on them. Like, we should probably knock them out real quick. And our Ps5 lady there is, she has heals and thunder magic, as we saw in the other boss fight, the dragon boss fight. Okay, friend, you're making it very hard for me to see. There really is a lot of camera issues in this game, but that's kind of to be expected with some of the models and stuff. I mean, when you make a gigantic dragon and stuff like that, it's just gonna happen. But are we even going? Second. Absolutely, like this DLC, or at least this area of the DLC, definitely could have just been like left off. Probably would have been okay with it. Especially considering this boss we've already, like, outside of, they're like, what do we do for a second boss? Okay, we make it dark, and we add in a second tiger. They're like, yeah, that's different. That's different enough from the first tiger, which was more arcane crystal-like, but they literally use the same exact attack pattern. So it almost feels... lazy doesn't necessarily seem like the right word, but definitely maybe not as inspired as some of the other Dark Souls bosses, shall we say. We didn't even run into a single horse this time. Yeah, but we got some random dude following us. Although he was just running at us, so I don't think he's actually gonna have to reach up to us if we just keep chilling. I would imagine his leash would have ran out already too, because I'm pretty sure he's around the second ruin when we originally seen him. But apparently he's still running out here. Okay, well, you know. I can only imagine both tigers are gonna spawn at the same time. I just have a feeling. You don't have any weapons, man? What? Something about that don't seem quite right. Alright. 4v2. That's coming straight for me. I already know. There's 4 NPCs in here, but okay, it actually did. That's a lot of damage mitigation you have there, friend. I can accept that one. I was probably still in here by myself. Oh yeah, that got dropped in real soon. Nah, I got caught easy. I got caught being greedy. If this hits me though, I can be ever so close. Okay, I thought this was gonna be a lot worse than what it is so far, but so far it's actually kind of nice. nice. The fact that we've got those two targeting that guy, and then I'll be able to... Hey, never mind. What? No! Oh no. Guess I'll just die then. And maybe use magic instead of running over and using my dog. I got so lucky that ended up actually missing. Don't you like? I know you're wearing shorts or whatever, but wouldn't you rather advance manhunter? You know, it's kind of like frozen out here. Just saying. Thankfully, that one tiger actually body blocked the other one. Able to do so. Oh, she has fire arrows. There's actually these guys are actually weak to fire after enough experimentation. So the fact that she has fire actually is kind of making this really weird. Throw down a soothing something. Tell me this works for me. It does. Let's go. Although when they get hit immediately right after, it doesn't help as much as I would have liked it. But it does work on the NPC. Look at that. We've got HP for... I might even be able to just like dodge and let these guys soul at some point. I probably could. Yeah, we're just gonna have one more DLC boss after this, and then we're out of here. And then we'll be back to the main story. Only got 2 left. Which I might look up, try and make sure the exact conditions on how to get the super boss. To make sure that we end up getting him, if I can still get him. I thought that I had seen... Oh, okay, it's in new. Sometimes I think the magic attack he does glitches out when he does that, which makes me think that, he's going to use his magic tag, and it's just not going because graphical glitches are certainly something that can and has happened. I was really hoping he didn't turn around right there. Look at him. Healer lady actually used her heals for this. Maybe because I used the heals earlier, so then she didn't necessarily heal. I can see that. You didn't just die already? How much HP regen do you have? I'm gonna run out of magic before this dude runs out of regen. That's what we got the NPCs for, but like, wow, that was a really long time. That would suck, solo. Like, because then you have solo DPS on the guy that gets extra damage, extra defense, and he's regenning at all points. Maybe some of some too, or maybe 2 of them were just hitting them at the same time, but it seemed like they were decent. Alright, well, easy enough. Who would have thought more summons, to have 2 summons on each of them to pull them away from you would actually work? Crazy. It's almost like they put the 3 summons in there for a reason. Alright, we've got one more guy in this DLC, dude. And I've been putting him off for quite some time now because he was an absolute nuisance by myself. I can only hope that I can find another summon before finding that guy because yeah, he was rough. And I still imagine he's gonna be rough.
Bearer of the...
Yeah, bearer of the curse. Give me my extra equipment load now, thank you. Okay, so we're not fat rolling, so what weight can we get away with? We're at 52%. Oh, we can definitely up that. I don't really have the souls anymore to do so. We did get double souls off those tigers, so I do want to see what those souls actually lead to. I wouldn't be surprised. It seems like more of the beasts go towards the crow lady in terms of making weapons, but I'll check this guy first, mostly because it's easier to get to. looking like that's probably nothing new magic either. Yeah, okay. So it seems like Beast souls go to her, and then non-Beast souls go. Fair enough. We haven't used anything from her, but I guess I'm glad that we ended up breaking her free of wherever that area we got her from, name-wise. I really just want to run in there, but something tells me I could get killed just trying to do that. And considering I'd have to use a whole nother human effigy because of that, I would rather not. I don't know how you see me all the way over there, but this dude, when I fell down right in front of him, couldn't see me from nothing. Where did you come from? Did I not just kill all of you? How's it feel for you guys to get 360 with magic? Don't happen often, but when it does. I thought he walked into thought he walked off the edge into the sand pit there, but now he kind of redug it. Didn't necessarily know that they could do that. So now I guess. I really just couldn't come back to, like, you know, our main base, huh?
If you provide,
I think the shield's near right here. Yeah. Woolly shield. Gradually restores HP while equipped. What? I imagine it's probably not that high, but that's so good. Just residual HP regen. If you put this HP regen on top of the ring that also regens your HP, that might actually be worth something. That would certainly be worth something as a tank, I would have to imagine. What else is new that we didn't see here? Because we got 2 souls, did we not? In which case, yeah, there it is. His great sword. That makes sense. It doesn't look like there's anything special to it other than it kind of exists. Alright, well, the shield would definitely be my choice between the two.
come again.
But yeah, we're too weak to wield either. The whole 3 strength thing. 3 strength, that's still crazy that it's as low as it is. But I mean, if you're gonna be ranged magic, what do you expect, right? You're further down. You're right here. Okay. So he's the very last boss of the DLC. We might even be able to just beat Dark Souls 2 today, depending on how easy or difficult the solo bosses will end up being. This guy, I definitely don't need that anymore. Repel, I don't know. It's just, his attacks are so fast. They're actually so fast. Feels like any magic I use, he'll punish me. I guess tried and true soul spear is always usable. Repel, we might be able to use a dark orb to make sure we can actually kill off the enemies to get there. That's probably fine. Now I think NPCs are gonna be right in front of the fog wall in this area. At least one NPC, I believe. No, we got one right here. Alright. We have 2. Well, okay. What does his name say? Steel-wheeled Willie? Drifter swordsman. You know what? The more NPCs we've taken, the better it's gone for us recently, so... Dude's thick. Straight up got the Mastodon gear on. Yeah, this dude can probably outright tank him by himself. That gear is, like, extremely heavy, but it's got, like, crazy defense. Probably should have let Sue light on if I this here. Yeah, you guys get it. You got this. I'm just spamming from the back. He's never gonna have stamina ever again. It's so much easier fighting those guys when I actually have somebody to run in front of me and tank for me. Don't worry, guys. I got this one sold. Wow, well, you know what? At least he threw one attack at it. And now they're kind of just wandering off by themselves, which I can only imagine is going to end up meaning more damage for me at the end of the day. Yeah, definitely should have kept Sinh somewhere, because these guys love to take damage. Then again, they're kind of annoying, so kind of expect them to do so. I wanted to kill that thing because I know it's just going to spray on the rest of the time, but like... Alright, now if these guys just chill for a second, I can kill this guy and they won't have to worry about it. Or I should say, I won't have to worry about them taking advantage out of it. Nah, you're not gonna... I'm just gonna use regular consumables in this area. I want to keep my Estus for the boss fight, if it's possible. Pretty sure we killed all the regular dudes right here. He shouldn't be able to hit us from right here. We got plenty of other fights to deal with. All the solo boss fights we did in Deep Souls. So if this area is really meant to be co-opted, I don't feel bad about actually using the NPCs to solve that, because this is how we work. You might actually have something decent on you. We don't generally fight these guys all too much, so might have some decent cracked right now. Really just do it. At least not while I'm streaking. Oh. Ooh, okay, he seems to do damage to our very armored friend there with magic, which I can't necessarily say I'm He's probably all physical defense, so magic probably wrecks him. I'm hoping everybody just falls down here with me rather than trying to... You good? Okay, yeah, he probably just got pepper sprayed by it. Might have got staggered. He might have thrown his shield up to block some of the damage. Would rather not trigger both of them. Okay, I'm getting roofed by my own friends. They're like, no, you can take this, since they're wearing the entire, like, armor test. They're like, yeah, you got this. Like, okay. Funny jokes, friends, but I don't have physical defense, okay? Yeah. Like, if I had Soothing Sunlight right now, I could probably heal those guys and myself back to full. So, you know, 6 might have been... Okay, that's gonna hurt. Okay, that's gonna hurt a little bit. Okay, chill. I didn't know if he was gonna run after me, so I made sure to take 2 on the off chance that he was gonna hit me. Oh, chill. What the heck? Oh, dang. Okay, he brought us so well. Actually, I don't know if that's as good now that those two are fighting. The ranged one after. I just group them up at this point. Oh, looks like our friends might actually have Estus, which it doesn't seem like not all of them. Okay, I guess I'll get shot from the grate because of reasons. Gotta love the AoE blast on that attack. We're fighting somebody. You good? You good, fam? Well, you know what? At least you're not taking damage. I got this. You're fine. Don't worry. We already got everything we needed down there. I really should have kept on Soothing Sunlight for these guys. Because their HP is already so low. I imagine they can probably tank this feud a lot better than I can, but like... let's use one spell. I don't have list of spell illustrations on me. Let's use a smaller one right here. Just in theory, make sure that we have to deal with this guy. We'll see if that ends up even being the case. Oh, okay, I guess it can go right through. Friends, I'm gonna need you to roll on through a little sooner. Straight up hit this man for 35. Okay. Yeah, that hurt. Please start at the others. I don't have it. Everything is so look at how fast his attacks are. Imagine me having to do that as a range with no physical defense. Are you serious? Okay, good. He actually would have killed me with that attack. That was me. Yeah, well. Dude. Actual raid boss over here. Actually 1v3. I didn't know if that was going to go straight through the walls. I'm trying to get damage in here, but my magic can't even track him that well because he's so big. That's another thing. Like, if my magic can't even track him, I can't exactly do damage. And Steel Willed over there has plenty of essence from the school, which I would hope, which I would imagine, because if he's going to be a tank, right? Gotta time that well enough. I guess it's fine if I take some of the aggro, just as long as I'm not constantly getting it. He actually staggered him there? I thought he was going to lead into like a feint or an attack or something, basically. Okay, just slide across the floor, why don't you? Guys, well, both of you have shields. You really could be, you know, shielding these attacks. I'm going to stay behind this wall real quick. Yeah, I mean, look how much damage I can do to him just because of his movement alone. This is him not even aggroing me. No, I can't even hit it with my other staff. It takes too long. Don't do it, Drift. I need your damage. And your HP to guard against this nerd. What? I just used it. Oh my. Yeah, this is why I waited on this, dude. Because, like, holy... I just... Dark Magic's not necessarily the quickest, but even still, this man was consistently dodging a little too often, I would have to say. Let's just go into this understanding that we're going to need spell restorations if I do this, but I'm making sure they come in with full HP and potentially healing them throughout the fight is kind of what I need to do. I almost need to let them fight the boss because, like, if half my magic's going to miss, then keeping them alive is just going to work out much better for me. I hate that I have to pay human effigy at this much HP. Seems a little unnecessary, but right. Oh, somebody else actually was in here. That was actually another person in here, but apparently somebody else already took them, which, you know what, fair enough. Can we just run through this area? Like, if you guys are just gonna stick to me, can we just run through so that way you guys don't lose as much HP? That's a thing. I'm getting griefed. Friends, what? I appreciate the gesture there, friend, but I really can't have you taking damage from these nerds. We had this guy entirely surrounded, yet both of them are hanging out there with their shields. There we go. Except, you know, actually hitting him in his weak point. There we go. Now these guys are going to get pepper sprayed as well by him, so they'll have a little bit more HP. Hopefully going through this. But they also decided to aggro everyone in the area. So that kind of just seems to be how these ones are, though. Like, they kind of just run at everything. Which isn't necessarily the greatest. I'm gonna have to hope that it works out on the boss, which it kind of did. It's just like the hits that he did put on me hurt a lot. Hurt a lot. I'm gonna wait on soothing sunlight before the doorway, and then maybe attempt one inside the door. I should not have aggroed that guy. I keep forgetting this is on the side. Especially when these guys end up taking more damage due to his magic and oh, come on. I don't believe you. Nice, none of them got hit by that. We should be able to just run right through here. These guys really seem to have a hard time of just leaving enemies alone, though, so I don't think I'm going to be able to run past the knights in this next area, which is what I was thinking I could do, but they seem to be rather insistent on fighting absolutely everything in the path. I really want to fight in this corridor here, so they can both be getting hit by the same attack. But this is what we have healing now, so it's all good. Okay, now you guys are ready for me. Get out the way! I got hit by a fireball, bro. Get out of here. That's so stupid. How are you gonna tell me a fireball hit me? They're gonna heal on the off chance that one of those hit me again. Move out of the way, gosh. You guys are trolling me. Okay, I don't know what happened to this NPC. He just like died or something. He just figured out even later. Like, rip to my ass this, but like, I also have healing magic, so we can use that right before the end if need be, which I probably will just to keep these guys healed up. You guys good over there? I feel like the AI the first time we ran through here was much better than the second time going. Don't fight the freaks down there. Just get over here. Hopefully you're close enough. Wow, that was upgrade healing, huh? Unless you guys really just have that high of HP bars, which you might, for having to deal with this guy. Right, yeah, we only have a dark one. I didn't even know you had a range attack. I knew you had dark damage. I didn't know you had a dark range attack, so that's good to know. I never know who he's gonna go after, so I just have to assume that it's me every time. Look at my magic! I like 4 hits on him, even though it's in theory locked on him. I actually hit this man for like 9 damage. Mitigated because of the summons and stuff, but like, yikes. I'm pretty sure he's resistant to everything but physical damage, which is why both of these guys do physical damage. And he's probably resistant to dark, considering that he's using dark. But that's what I have on me, so that's what it is. I should get rid of Repel. He doesn't aggro me enough. That was probably a backstab opportunity right there, the way that he flinched. But considering I don't even have a weapon like that, not really gonna do it. Get away. That is stay away. I'm dead? Yep, I knew. Why would you not target the 2 dudes in the back? Why would you not do that? That does, AI logic hurts. And you got 2 dudes like stabbing you in the back, but that guy over there trying to heal, that's the dude to go after. Yeah, okay. Well, if that's gonna be the case, so let me bring even more healing magic for these guys. And we'll just work with Dark Orb. Because I really don't see a much better magic for this guy. It seems like he's very resistant against everything that I use, which if that's gonna be the case, I'm gonna just heal these guys. You know what? Let's even use a Sacred Oath? Let's even use a Sacred Oath for these guys. This should get interesting real quick. Rips my magic, but... I'm just gonna have to accept that I use spell restoration items for this fight, which I'm completely okay with. It's our last one of the DLC, and then we have 2 bosses after this, so we should have plenty of human evidence. Should, anyways. I feel like both of these guys are worth it for the sake of having physical damage, because if he is weak to physical damage, then I need all the physical damage I can get. And considering I have a strength stat of 3, it's certainly not coming from me.
Oh no!
He really still wants me. The other 2 are clearly smacking this dude in the neck. He's like, well, this guy, that's... I just gotta assume that every attack's coming for me, because there's been too many times where they realistically should have gone after the NPC and did it. So, I just gotta assume at this point. Seriously? And then it didn't even give me the bonus damage for this thing? Come on. Well, just gonna focus. How? I'm like right under your face. I don't know how that third one didn't possibly get aggroed by the other. We have extra healing magic and stuff for taking damage. You guys are getting destroyed though. I really need them to not fight right next to the other fire group. I got healing magic, but you guys also have a lot of HP to deal, so I really cannot be Then again, we have spell restoration items, so it's actually not as bad as something. I just forget that I have spell restoration, so it's actually not as bad as I'm thinking it. Probably shouldn't heal right in front of the Drake, huh? Yeah, you know, that's probably fair. Ow. But that doesn't bleed as well as ever so slightly. Where are my guys at? Alright. Earlier than I would have liked to use these, and my man straight up walked out of the heat. Don't go fight the Drake. Don't do this. Wow, I'm already like out of magic. This is what happens when you pick like some of the most expensive spells in the game, you know? So if I go far enough over here, they'll eventually be forced this way, because the other dude was running towards the other fire Drake, which is now did he just get down here? He's actually just gonna keep dying to the Drake. Are you serious? Please. There we go. That was really more difficult than it should have been. Are you serious? How do you not stagger with 3 people on me? I didn't even think that dude was active. I just kill back here so I don't get hit by random arrows. And you don't have to come back to me every time after you get a kill. Like, good job, buddy, but like, there's still other in the end. Alright, just gonna sit this one out, I got you. I'm already out of dark wood. Yep, that'll do it. Of course, when these guys take 5 or 6 that doesn't help do it. No, don't head down there now. Don't be like this. Okay, so we lead him in front of the fog wall. Use some spell restoration. Just casually chomp down on that. Seal you guys the full before you even get in there. That way you don't end up using Estus for no reason on yourselves. And that's supposedly greater healing, and my man is still that low on HP. But, you know, I mean, for the best chance of this happening, I have a good feeling about this. I don't know what it is, but I have a better feeling. I need to refund my Dark Orbs anyways. You know what? That's probably about as much as I'll invest into that one. Let me get my better staff out. Got Estus equipped. I'm gonna come in and then use Sacred Oath immediately on these guys when they enter. Oh, it's just okay. Well, I have Dark, so I'm not too scared about that. Why is your weapon already changed? Like, as if you should be in, like, your second stage or something. Is it because I use that specific magic? That'd be weird. Wow, okay. Calm down. Chill. That's why we have greater healing. And that should in theory be a damage increase for all of us. Although it doesn't exactly seem to be doing just that. Oh nice, I caught him on a jump. That's 3 damage increase. Alright, well that's also free aggro. You can aggro back to the others now, you know. It should be okay, really. Just if you would, please. I didn't even use anything on you. You get aggro back, that just don't make sense. I just expect every attack to be on me, because clearly this dude only goes for me. I don't even know why I go. Get other summons in here, other than to act like they're gonna take forward at this point. Kind of waiting on the ground here to give me some potential healing magic. I'm still not convinced that I'm not dead yet, because he's still after me. Oh my... Get away from me. Oh. 5 attacks? Yet there's 2 other dudes killing him? Dude. You can't tell me that's not ever so slightly ridiculous. You know... Seriously? 5 attacks thrown at me, yet 2 others are attacking you? Okay, I don't think Sacred Oath was doing enough there. That also gives us 4 souls back, which is pretty good. So. And give me that. Repel is gonna take too long. I would love to use it, but he... Ooh, Whispers of Despair might actually work for those 2. That could actually be interesting. I don't know if it's actually gonna work the way I think it will. But... since it seems as though the last time we used it, it worked out for physical damage rather than magical damage, even though it says lower defenses, which to me means both, but apparently to them means physical damage. So kind of wish I caught the other dude in here, that the one person that actually had dropped the summon point in here. Kind of surprised somebody did at this point. Use that for a little bit of fire defense there.
Hello.
For the little bit of fighting that we do in here that isn't specifically that fight. We could get to the boss so much quicker if these guys did insist on fighting everything in sight. We'll just peel back and can't be using shield. We have healing consumables, so I'm not like worried about it. But I really use one. Don't worry, guys, I'll get it. These AIs are so troll sometimes, man. No. I refuse to believe that it's hit me right there. I can't have him pepper spraying all of us. It's so easy to get. My friend would actually get in there and help her up. As he's like casually running through over there. No wonder why he loses so much HP all the time. Already gonna throw it. Soothing so loud. I'm just kind of hoping that crowd eventually pays me back. Yeah, fire got a friend over there, like absolutely spawned with that. Not that Drake's still hurt, but like that really makes it. Oh, nice ground just a little bit. Stand in the way of the fire drakes. There, I'll kill it so that way you guys stop running it. How about there, now you guys can't run into it anymore. Here's some more healing. Yeah, use some of your Estus or something. That's fine. I don't care about the item at this point. I just want to get back to the boss so we can actually I'd definitely say he's one of the harder bosses in the game for sure. So I'm also weak to everything that he does, essentially, outside of the dark damage. So that would definitely have something to do with it. I mean, overall, though, can you target? Like, why? A guy literally made the tank, yet the NPCs target me the entire time. I just don't get it. Hopefully my guys are just gonna run through here. I doubt it. We did just get ground back, did we not? No, I just used a healing item that has the same sound effect as ground. Okay, that's right. Yeah, sure, you know, don't help your other friend out there that's getting 2v1. Go after the guy in the back, yeah. I got shot by a random fireball! Oh my, that's so stupid. Get me out of here. Boy, it gave me just enough time tonight to get rid of that guy. Of course, this will cost me another rescue. Whatever, just use the soul spears. Just use it. Just use another spell restoration item. That really still kind of hit me from all the way over there. Oh, because he apparently got pulled all the way right here. That makes sense. Okay, well. More heals. Yeah, healing magic kind of the way to go for these guys, just to keep them topped off, especially against the boss. I think there's still more miracles that I'm missing, or at least more AoE healing miracles. I can't imagine soothing sunlight to the only AoE magic. Especially with the attacks. It's probably the, like, greater heal of some of the other heals. I can't imagine that's the Alright, you guys are kind of low, so I'll definitely end up using another. If I'm not going to use items at this point, when will I? Because I don't know forever. ended up playing Dark Souls 2 again, and one run through is probably enough, at least on stream. Will I play it on my off time? Maybe. I don't know if we would end up doing it for stream again unless people really wanted it. Because we still got regular Dark Souls to do, we got other Souls-like games we can do with it. The Drifter Sword guy I'd really like to keep alive if at all possible. I guess we're doing it! Gotta let him stand all the way up or something, otherwise I can't damage it. Alright, I rolled. Like a damage upgrade? Hit me with the grab? Like, why is your weapon change like that? It seems like he might attack with the skill, which I hit. Very strange that he did a one-off. Like, usually it's always, if it's a one-off, it's usually like that Russian attack. I'm considering only taking the Drifter guy in at some point, mostly because, like, our Steel Boy kinda seems like he does nothing. He almost seems more like a bait NPC. To be like, well, here's another one. What all he's gonna do is potentially grab extra aggro. Which there's value too. Only everybody else rolled out of me. I guess that's the 10. Okay, good. We took him out of whatever state he was in terms of the grab. Randomly caught his back. Alright, they use some of my consumable healing items for regular. Alright, and then he does something like that, and then it's like, alright, back to regular Estus again. Using sunlight for YouTube. Don't know why it took so long that time as opposed to the other time. I never used the magic! Oh, yeah, I needed to skill actually for it to hit it though. Well, I'm pretty sure I missed both of those. So we'll definitely have to check at a later point and whether or not that actually works. Because something tells me with these two already almost halfway finished. And if I have to fight the boss by myself, it's probably just death. I mean, look how much there is to it. And that's with them being actual tanks. I've tried to heal him up as best as I can, man. Live, you have to live. Okay, we did hit him with it. In theory, we hit him with it. We are doing more damage against him. That was also Soul Spear. Okay, we're still doing the same damage, but these two might be more damage. Which is really what I'm looking. I got so lucky that time. Oh good, you're just gonna use it again even if I caught you. Oh, okay. Glad that he took that jumping attack. Why? You run through 3 different guys to get to me. Why? I'm not saying he should never aggro onto me, but like, you're really gonna pass 3 other people? Oh good, Steel Boy healed up. Not that he's really doing that much, but at the very least, if he can keep aggro from me. No, I need Drifter to stay alive. Don't do me like this. I'm trying to switch my magic there to see if I have enough to keep him alive. And not immediately automated. I'm surprised that actually didn't have a one shot. I knew he was coming for me. He's always coming for me. Yeah, go target the dude that just healed. By that dude, I mean not. I love the jump attack. The jump attack is a free dodge or free special heal. Nice, he took the grab attack over there. I need more healing. Yeah, I guess I'll just die then. Alright. Yeah, problems. So I didn't have enough healing items equipped on, so I need a lot between running through there and that boss fight, because this dude does not die quickly enough. We're gonna drop Steel Boy. Steel Boy just really not doing it for me. We'll try it without him. That way, me and Drifter will end up doing extra damage and see how that goes, because he really seems like he kind of just exists more so than actually doing anything for me. I don't think the damage that he's doing, or the tanking or taking aggro or whatever, is worth the reduced damage that I'm getting here. Oh, missed me with that. There we go. So now we're gonna do increased damage. We're gonna have one less person, but we're gonna be doing the increased damage in doing so. So we'll see how this goes. And dealing with regular enemies might be a little more difficult, or maybe not, because it didn't really seem like you were doing all too much regardless. Anyways, one day I'll be able to attack this dude when he stops all his aggroing onto me. Thank you, Drifty. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this could work. Of course you're gonna get up, so get up. It seemed like the only one who actually tried to aim at me there was the first one, and then the other two went back to what it normally does. Drifter, you got somebody behind you there. Just, you know, throwing it out there. There we go. Easy enough kill. We're also not, like, aggroing, like, every enemy in the game now that the other team is, or at least not instantly. When we had both of them, they're like, ah, let's all just run in, and it took extra damage. Well, not exactly the way I wanted to do that. Sorry about that, Drifter. Ripped to your HP. Well, apparently ripped mine too, because he decided that one decided to come after me, but not the other. I need one more spell in order for him to stagger. You know it's bad when I can tell, like, what spell is going to be the difference between the one that's going to stagger him versus what isn't. We'll use that. We'll use Soothing Sunlight to potentially get the rest of ours, as well as get his up a bit. Look at how much HP he must have, because, like, one use of that brought me pretty much from half back to full HP, and it, like, did maybe, like, 10 or 20% of that dude's health. Crazy. Okay, I have targeting on it for both of you. That's fine then, although if you cannot get sprayed by the Drake after I just gave you HP, that'd be preferable. Yeah, target Drifter, so you kind of perfect. Drifter definitely just seems like the better NPC of the two, like it doesn't even seem close. So we're trying it with one NPC. I can't help but feel it's gonna get a little spicy, but we'll see how this goes. Of course, the dude all the way over there getting over it, so that makes sense. Drifter, you're trolling? I wonder if crowd is after you kill so many, but no, because it procs over time at times, so it's probably still over time. Trying to figure out, like, what the actual proc that we're doing is. I imagine it's from ground, I just don't know what exactly is doing it. It seems to be time, but I thought there might be a better explanation than that, but maybe there isn't. Yeah, I refuse to accept that I take damage from down there by the breaks. Like, why? Well, I've got Soothing Sunlight. Probably not the greatest area to give this to, but here it is. Maybe I should lead off with the defense reducing spell, see how that goes for us. I hate the fact that I see Drifter's HP so low, but I really can't do anything for him outside of a spell restoration. I'll use one to see what we can do about it. but like the fact that he's already half HP is not great. Yes, that's probably the real reason why to have the other one is to have him tank, but they were both getting hit, if what seems as though just as much. Well, that's about all I can do for you there, friend. Yes. Okay, well. There we go. Alright, start off with this spell first. Hope it lands. It looks like it did, so let's see if these still hit. Yeah, well, I mean, we're certainly doing more damage now that we got a dude chilling here. Still insane that he can cover the entire room with that attack. We are definitely doing a lot more damage. Also getting aggroed. Well, actually, just about as much. I'm trying to play it more defensively this time. See if that does us any better. Okay. That might end up getting killed here. Thankfully, I got that second dodge off, otherwise I would have. Kinda surprised Ripper has stayed alive as long as he has, considering what HP he actually came into this fight in. Okay. Bit of a strange move, but alright. So apparently only if he grabs me with his grab attack does he reach that, like, enraged phase, or extra aggro damage phase. Oh no. Okay, that was a weird shooting from him, but I'll take it. I would have thought he would have lined it up to attempt to hit both of us, which he did, at bare minimum, would have hit me, because of using the enemies. I feel like Drifter's more aggressive with this second guy here in this boss fight. I don't know why it is. Maybe he's just missing more because I have to move around a lot more. It's probably what it is. You know, whereas like the other tank dude kind of just stood in there and accepted it. Whereas I have to actually dodge attacks in order to... Yeah. Okay, good. He took aggro for a second, so I could get the essence. I got very lucky that I actually finished with. I'm still very impressed that the Drifter NPC is still alive. Like, I thought this dude would have died like 20 times over already, like how much HP he's still chilling at. Then again, I guess I'm being pretty aggroed this entire time. Well, you know what? If he's gonna take the opportunity to attack him, oh, I can use soothing sunlight. Frank, come here. No. Gotcha. Oh no, I did get the heal on. Okay, good. Get over here. It still let the healing go off. Let's go. If I can keep Drifter alive, we have a chance. I just gotta keep him alive. That's the one. Whispering Despair, so we get our presumed damage increase back. Now let me grab Soul Spear again, hopefully. Never mind, he's after me. I knew I was gonna get hit by one of those. I was really hoping not to see. Okay, I'm just gonna use the last of my assholes because, yeah, things like that are gonna happen. I mean, that was a good attempt on tracking by the magic, but like, this is insane. So. Okay, good. I wanted him to take aggro back, even though he doesn't have that much HP. So I really don't want him to die, but it's looking like he's probably gonna die. Yep, that's what's up. Got very lucky there. I need him to take aggro back, otherwise I'm gonna die here. I just never have a chance to heal. There it is. Wow, he lives. Oh, come on. No, drift this. Ah, crap. Then it locked me into the loop. I was trying to keep him alive, man. I feel like we got slightly farther with him like that. We'll try it again. And it's doable. If I can keep Drifter alive, like if he just doesn't get immediately burned on the way in, like if I can actually keep him at a decent amount of HP before we get in there, I think we can do this. So far, I don't know, it kind of feels like the hardest boss in the game so far, honestly. It could just be because of my build, which is totally something that I can see, but yeah, no, he hits really hard. He reacts quite often. He's got physical and elemental damage. He's very much so able to just roam around the map and just distance himself, and magic tracking is just like not happening.
Hello.
Okay, so I'm looking for like anything that will feed me HP here. Stores HP for a long time. Take it. We got everything for HP in here. As much HP as I could possibly shove into myself, I've got HP. Magic without targeting. Complete garbage. Really wishing Soothing Sunlight would heal people a little more. I'm pretty sure it's just the HP bar on these guys being like absolutely, but like it really doesn't seem like it's healing over there. At least for what I need to heal him. Kind of hoping he doesn't aggro the others, and that's exactly what he just did. So like great. Oh, good. You just aggroed the drink, too. I feel like he loses a lot more HP without the other guys, like the thing, but then it makes the boss so much tankier. You're seriously not? There we go. Kinda hope the night folks did. You actually kind of love the combo. That worked out a lot better than what it normally does. I'll take it. Trying to drag him into the corner here so that way neither me nor him take Drake damage. Alright, drag you into the corner. This is like one of the faster chimes too, so like they really expect you to be using the spell, at least what it feels like to be, not necessarily in battle. It looks like it did nothing to his HP. It did, it did actually heal him, it just didn't do as much as I would like. And he immediately turned away on the Drake. And the NPCs in falling down areas, like, they absolutely hate the thought of it in this game. They're like, I could never. Just gonna take that one for free while I have to wait for him to set up. Maybe I take both, but then I drop the tankier dude right before the boss. I feel like that could be a strategy, because then it's only going to count me with 2 people, so then his HP shouldn't increase all too much, and that way I have another person to eat damage. Because, yeah, they're kind of getting wrecked over there. I'm helping, kind of. You're actually alive, though? You know, if he didn't aggro like 6 enemies at the same time. Like, I still need him for the boss fight is like the thing. Me 1v1ing this dude is not gonna happen. Like, I don't ever win that. I mean, that time it looked like it healed him a decent amount. But also, like, he's got so much HP. Look at that. Yikes. Well, just gonna have to hope for the best on this one. Definitely should have waited for him, because now he's gonna take even longer to get in here. Thankfully, he kind of chills on the ground there for a second and doesn't immediately go for it. Just kind of dodging until our other dude gets in here. That's the attack I was waiting for, because it pretty much guarantees that I get the extra damage, in theory, extra damage spell on them. They always fall for that attack, which is unfortunate, because it does a decent amount of damage to them as well. He's even got a shield, so, like, you know, he could just shield it rather than just taking it straight to the face, but it's also the AI. Getting a nice barrage going on him right here. That was real good. I knew you were gonna try it. He actually did block it that time, and now he's acting like me, so now he wasn't able to follow up on him like he did. So definitely could have gone worse right there for him. Yep, that can hurt. Mismove that. Not good. Even if I get hit, as long as I can keep giving this man HP, then life will be a lot better. Because I've got Estus currently right now, and I've got a single target healing item, so I can heal. He cannot heal without my soothing sunlight. Of course, I guess I can't heal if I'm dead. Yep, just took that one straight to the face. As soon as I saw my magic going up in the air, I'm like, I'm about to eat this. Yep, I'm about to eat that one too. Okay, great. Yeah, easily the hardest boss in the game, at least for me right now, because like it just he does too much damage. My magic doesn't track. Our NPCs get wrecked way too early. Do I really not have a second AoE healing spell? I've got so much healing magic that I feel like I should. Great heal only works for me. There's got to be more healing magic around here somewhere. I gotta imagine there is, in which case. Well, that's what I wanted to do, but okay. What other spells could I potentially use on him here? Soul Peas? That's probably, yeah. Ray Barrier? Probably not. What else? Yeah, that... Well, no, that seems to be generally about it. Okay. You certainly take it down or even effigies very quick, which I'm not a fan of. Am I able to choose which spirit I leave behind? I think I can. Yeah. Just the chance this one. Use which? Okay, yeah, I can choose who I send back. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna use Steel Boy all the way up until the boss. We're gonna send him back at the boss. We're gonna keep Drifter, and hopefully this will lead to Drifter having more HP at the end, so he can potentially do more work for us towards the end.
Hello.
I just have them do that right there, because otherwise they do it out here and then they end up getting hit, or I get ended up waiting for them. I love how our tank dude is the one chilling back by me. He's like full on tank status, yet he's like chilled by me, like, hey, how's it going? How is this not actually? He's literally standing behind me. That's the tank. While my dude out here with the most baby shield ever is like sitting here trying to take 3 different guys. Please? Please tell me you can get him. Okay, good. That uses so much stamina. Brown just gave me another use back, so let's take it. They're both back at full. It's beautiful. Did we kill this guy? Oh yeah, they already aggroed him. Absolutely staggered oblivion. This guy was going nowhere. This is going a lot better than usual, so. I was like, he would totally aggro the 2 people in front of him, right? Nope. Okay. Wow, that actually killed? That actually killed, huh? I think without the extra magic on that didn't kill beforehand. But wow, that just that garbage, 0 physical defense stat that I have. Yeah, I did get all these equipment load upgrades as well as the ring on me, so I can hold more equipment. Would that require me farming to be able to get enough souls to realistically upgrade all the gear that I would need to upgrade, and that's gonna take longer than I would like, so maybe I would end up doing that off stream or something like that. But I still feel like we can beat this as we are right now. It's certainly going to be rough. I'm certainly going to need some luck on my side. A lot more aggro from our NPCs would be great. I don't get it. Like our guy we used in the tiger area, he wasn't the best at it by any means, but he did relatively well into it. In terms of like just standing there and then just getting until I ended up killing him. But then these guys, like, they attack, but they never catch any aggro from the boss. I always end up taking a little bit of damage from this guy, but we have Soothing Sunlight, which I'm going to use on those guys anyways. So, like, I just that. Of course, this guy just aggroed everyone now as my tank sits right behind me. My tank sits right behind me. Anybody else find something wrong with that sentence? Okay, I guess I'll just die then. Dude. Okay, now I'm just trolling at this point. What the heck? What? I don't even know why I question it at this point. Why would they focus me instead? Why, though? Alright, back in we go. Another one. Alright, send me in. Oh, jeez, our human FPGs are running out already, man. It can't be having this. I can always farm up a little more off the vendors. Once the vendors run out, though, then I'm gonna have to farm them off of enemies, because there are enemies that drop human effigies. That'd be really annoying to do. Alright, everybody get their greens out right here, so that way you're not out there trying to greet me when enemies are trying to kill me. And the one side that we actually see where somebody else besides me is in this area, even willing to put down a help sign, and then of course the already used, feels bad. And we could have had 3 people in here, and I would have had a hopefully just as tanky, if not tankier, person. But something tells me that's probably a little unrealistic. You guys don't have to stand at the fireballs, you know, like you can't actively dodge them, so they're not like guaranteed by any means. Our tank actually tanking for once? It only took 4 enemies sitting on top of him, and now our other guy is doing nothing. What? What is this AI, man? The others were fine. Like, the ones out in the frigid place were not even that bad. And then these guys, like, sometimes just don't aggro, sometimes they just, I don't know. That Steel Boy has Estes, and I'm also trying to keep Drifter alive, so I shouldn't actually be putting as many resources as what I was into. But he's there now. This area makes me still feel like I'm ever so slightly underleveled, though. The fact that these guys can take so many fireballs, or so many orbs, is so cool. That should be enough. Yeah, I figured being sandwiched between those two would be enough. I really hate being the one that take this guy's aggro. Oh, good. He didn't actually immediately target me this time. I'll take it. There we go. Now everybody just run down before the Drake even fires, and you'll save some extra, just, you know, if you would. Alright, our tank took damage. That's fine. He's getting yeeted before the boss fight, so I don't really care what happens to him. I'd still like to keep him alive in terms of him being able to take the enemies for me and Drifter here, but after that, like, I don't really care. Alright, much better than General, except now you're trolling me by standing in the way of the door again. Not even see that man fire the bow at. Wow, I was surprised I didn't kill. I guess I should always just double tap people with my magic. I've got plenty of them, although ideally I'd be able to keep some for the boss fight at some point. I just got a crown proc. Whenever crown procs, I'm giving heals to Drifter as much as I absolutely can. This is probably like some of the most HP that this man's ever come into the boss fight with, even after all of that. So, you know what? Take it. Rip the soothing sunlight. Actually, no, we can definitely use one more. Alright, make sure we get Drifter in this. Try and get this guy as close to the max HP as possible. Maybe we do take both? I mean, they're pretty full on HP. You know what? We'll keep both this time just because our tank boy is healthier. This very well could be a mistake. We'll see if that turns out to be the case. that, so he should be taking more damage to him. It looks like they're doing an extra 8 damage to him, which is not exactly much, but an extra 8 damage is an extra 8 damage. Okay, thanks, Magic. If the two just didn't stack up on each other as much as they do, like, they wouldn't take as much damage, but it's also the AIs. Or, you know, ever actually dodge that attack. It always seems kind of just like a, you know, waiting game for that attack, because they always get hit by it. So it's just like a matter of, like, can I kill him quick enough, almost, in a sense, before I lose my friends here helping me out. That dude straight up blocked that entire attack with his shield. Like, he didn't even take damage from it by blocking it. If only he actually used it more often. For having all that armor, he sure doesn't use it, it feels like. This is going surprisingly well right now, and it's mostly because this dude actually has eyes on not just me, which is very rare for him. Pretty sure our tank just healed right there as well, so he's probably gonna be able to get that just fine. Yeah, but I can't beat these things. Just in case he does the dash attack out. I'm just waiting until they take aggro back from him before I attempt the heal again. Oh, they don't even necessarily have to be in a circle for it to count. I kept thinking I had to be right on top of it. That was really unfortunate he decided to do that, but I knew it. I knew it. Screw you. Oh my, I knew it. I knew it as soon as I pressed the square button. It's like, this dude's across the map, I'm across the map, there's a dude literally attacking him, but he's gonna choose to attack me. I need the wait to make sure that he got aggro. You know what, I think keeping 2 is fine. If the tank works like he did last time, then I think having both of them is okay. Rips my heat. That's so stupid. I absolutely hate this feature. Oh, you have to use a human effigy. You gotta be a full human effigy to use a summon. Like, what? I do appreciate a lot of Dark Souls 3 quality of life changes. It does seem like they kind of figured some of the stuff out that was really annoying for no reason other than to be annoying, so. When is Elden Ring come out? It comes out on like the 28th or something, right? We'll definitely get that. I want to be able to stream that the same day it comes out, so definitely gonna have to like pre-order it from Amazon or something, because I pre-ordered Legends of Arceus from Best Buy and it took 4 days even though it was pre-ordered. So like, you know, like rip that. If it was just like a game I was gonna play for myself or whatever, like, I wouldn't be as salty about it. But when I'm gonna use it as a streaming game, and you gotta get in on all the streaming hype, you know, for potential extra viewers and stuff like that, and that's what I was looking for, essentially. And I like Pokemon in general, so of course we can play it. Throw these out while we have the chance. Even if I take damage doing it, it's fine. I've got healing items and stuff. I'm not worried about that. Really need to keep Drift right. He's not as healthy as what he was last time already, which is that's Steel Boy. You want to go over there and help him? No, it's fine. We'll stagger him to death. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't necessarily blood for this fight, but he's very much so fixated on the thing, so more than keep them from doing so. Our steel boy's kind of dying over there, 1v1ing that stuff over there, but that's fine. Depending on what HP he deals with, we may or may not just drop it. I'm gonna make sure that I heal up over here. Apparently that just affects everyone in your party, like regardless of the range from the looks of it. Yeah, okay, that's nice. I really kept thinking I had to be right next to him, you know, because it's like the healing circle or whatever, right? But no, apparently it covers like a decent part of the map along with it. Yeah, I figured he's probably gonna get hit by that. Fortunate. Somebody has the same idea as I feel like that's the first person we've seen in a while now, actually, inside this area. No, I'm getting grief getting out of here. My own friends there were watching me on top of the wall, which is, imagine, in a 3-4 state when you got 4 people body blocking you up against the wall. That movement is just not something that happens at that point. Really did have to kill these guys each time. It would make the run go so much quicker, but like, oh, ground just fed it to me. I'll take it. More ground and rocks, the better. Way lower than I would have liked them. Oh, that's not great. I mean, I guess in theory I could wait here forever and eventually keep getting crown procs to give me my magic back for these guys. But no, we've got some of the moves down towards actually dodging them. As long as I don't greed, I can dodge a decent amount of his. Alright, yeah, you really got smacked up back over there from the looks of it. That's not great, but here we go. Not exactly sure if this spell is worth it. It seems like they only do like 8-ish more damage when it's equipped. Seems kind of meh, but maybe over time it'll be worthwhile. Waiting on them to aggro here before I move on to it. That seems like the thing that has to happen. Like, I just cannot be taking this damage. Okay. Immediately lost aggro after a single hit. That makes sense. Need some dried root, I guess. Well, they definitely said HP over a long time, so there's that. I didn't think it was going to be that long of a time. Holy. Yeah, okay, definitely do not use that as a real sword piece. Just gonna nap. I gotta not watch my guys. I need to just watch out specifically for myself. Like, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. I'm gonna do what I can do, which is just sit back and spam this man at this point. Drifter really be eating it right now. It almost seems like the AI kind of picks like whether it's actually gonna be good in that summon or not. Because it feels like we've had better summon versions of these guys before. And then sometimes we just get like these versions where it's like, okay. He's still not aggroed on somebody else. I can't even do it. Okay, that's a heal opportunity. I was 100% expecting him to switch aggro back to me immediately after using that attack. Not even. Beautiful hit. Heal Steel Boy over Drifter me. You hitting him is completely fine. Well, he's spamming that move, dude. It just used it 3 times in a row. You see these? He's still going for me. starting to line myself up with these guys as well, so when he does that sweeping dash attack, he doesn't hit them as well, because they tend to very much so, like Steel Boy there, just eating it like 2 or 3 times in a row. Kind of enjoy getting hit by it to some degree, it seems. I guess maybe because their HP is lower, he's focusing more now. I'll take it, don't get me wrong. I was 100% expecting that to hit me, and they very much so would have, because I would not have been able to get out of the way in time. I knew he was going to throw that at me. It kind of seems like the AI is mixing it up from like ridiculous to like doable on both the boss and my NPC. It could be something that I'm doing that is influencing some of his attacks. It could be, but I don't know what. I mean, he's got like across the room range, so if he wanted to, he could realistically zoom in to me at this point and reach me. Alright. Entire idea is just dodge until they get aggravated. I mean, if anything, I can be a dodge tank. It's like in RPGs where like your tank is like just not even like an actual tank, but just like your speediest boy because they can dodge everything. Where like everybody's got like, you know, minimal to not even realistic hit chances, so then you just have one tank attacks. Oh no, that was absolute greed. Alright, okay, good. Okay, good. I don't know why, I don't know what happened, but this time it went so much better. Our tank was actually using his shield there for once, which probably helps. Oh yeah, there it is. Alright, 100% of the DLC complete, baby. At least in terms of boss fights and stuff, you get the idea. But yeah, no, DLC is down everywhere. Smelting bitch, what? 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 Smelter, what? That's for killing the statue things, but I killed all the statue things, did I not? Apparently not, if there's still one more that they're giving me. And we specifically had to go out of our way to beat that boss as well to get this. I mean, I guess it did say that the soul of the boss here isn't finished and it can't be used in this state, so there's got to be at least one more thing around here I have to get. So maybe instead of doing the bosses, we'll get that, because I'm actually interested to see. The fact that we not only had to kill multiple bosses to get these items, but to then have to fight them as well, I can only imagine that this soul is going to be like really good, whatever the item is. And give me more vitality. It actually still scales somewhat decent too. It doesn't look like that much, but scaling decently. Which, considering I barely invested in it, would probably make a lot more sense. That's really not enough for a level. 42k isn't even enough for a level anymore? Man. Okay. Well, I guess let's take this opportunity to look at our armor and see how we can actually fix some of this. Crown's sick. I'm gonna keep Crown. Dark Gauntlets is like almost like 120 and everything. Although something tells me there still could be better. Like this already, well, it also weighs. Well, actually, it doesn't weigh that much more. These give a lot more, but they're also a lot heavier. But they give a lot more. Not so much in terms of the elemental defense, but I'm really looking for physical stuff. So. Just seeing if the stats are any good on some of these items, and some of them they're just not. Of course, will we have 20 million pairs of the same kind because we can't sell anything off? Seems like these Rampart gold gauntlets might be worthwhile. Just for the physical defense they give. It seems like the highest grade armor we get is C from the looks of it. If I just had to scroll through all of these. Yeah, C seems to be the highest, so in theory these are the highest scaling of the arm pieces here, so let me go ahead and throw those on. Do I fat roll now? I do not. Okay, perfect. Let me upgrade those then. Reinforced armor, and go ahead and reinforce that. Why show everything? Like, why not just show the equipment you have on you, and then on a separate tab then have all of this? What is this armor set? Xanthus crown. Did I get this from? I feel like I got this from somewhere. Oh, midnight set. Okay. Of course, this all got like the best scaling. Who would have thought? Except, you know, it's insanely heavy. Gross mask. Alright, we're back. Wow, this is A gear, huh? Look at that defense. 212. 200? 200. This is not even level either. Wow. Yeah. Of course, that's not what I was looking for. I'm looking for the arm piece that I got here. Somewhere in here. It's just like buried under everything. Unless I just missed it again. There it is. Yeah, go ahead and upgrade those. I guess I should have expected it to be better. It is using Twinkling Titanite, which is more rare than a lot of the other stuff that we get. That's maxed out now. Our arms are better. Ideally, our chest piece could be... Yeah, that's like next to nothing for armor. Can I afford a better chest piece, though? Generally, the better ones weigh quite a bit. Like, a lot of what I have... A lot of the extra room that I have because of armor is because my chest piece is as light as it is. Some of these do extra effects on them. I do remember seeing that. Not exactly sure which ones do that. Some of them have special effects to them. Extra thick armor. Those are 212 defense ones. Those ones are crazy. Armor? Yeah, this man has... That's the dude that we summoned in for the tiger fight. This man had crazy armor. So wouldn't mind some of that on me. Something tells me I might fat roll with that on me. Oh, I 100% fat roll with that on me. I can't say that I'm not surprised, but, you know. Yeesh. Alright, so 15 is just too much weight on there. This one has better defensive stats and it weighs less? Let's go. Give me that. Am I still fat rolling? I'm still fat rolling. No, not like this. I could probably cut weight somewhere. Well, those are kind of light. Wait a minute. Well, that sucks. This is lighter. It has less defense, but it's lighter, and if it leaves it so I don't fat roll, am I I still fat rolling? I'm still fat rolling, baby. Alright, so much for that. Alright, so I need slightly better, but I just can't have it as heavy as even 12, which is kind of ridiculous, but alright. 16. Oh yeah, that not happening. This is slightly lighter, except I need under like 70, I think, in order for it to work. Just to throw it on. Oh yeah. Yes. Oh, even with the fat roll too. Oh. Slightly less? That still doesn't have even that great of armor. It supposedly has a rank on it. How about this one? I don't fat roll in this armor. Okay, so we can get up to 10 or so. What are we at right now? Almost 69. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, well, is there any slightly heavier armor, but that does better? I'm just looking at weight right now, and then we can figure. That weighs almost 30? Holy what? Nullifies people's critical hits, though. I mean, that's pretty good. That's a pretty worthwhile passive there. If for PvP, for sure. Just in case you ever get caught out, it just doesn't do as much damage. Alright. Close to 10, come on. It's in here somewhere. Or not. We don't necessarily have to go all in on the armor. Could also just level up a little more, and then we could eventually get the weight that we need to do these without fat rolling. We'll work with this for the time being. Leggings, we might actually be able to cut weight here, and then we might be able to pick up a better chest piece because of it. I know, a lot of inventory stuff, but we're going into the, should be the final boss. I'll make one last check to make sure that way I don't actually kill the final boss and trigger something. I also need to figure out the secret final boss requirements to make sure that I can spawn him right after, to make sure that we can say that we killed every boss in Dark Souls 2. So, yeah, I'll definitely have to check that after that. Mastodon stuff. Yeah, no, that's insanely heavy. Just gonna have to go with the no on that one. Better, but it weighs more. I don't think I can afford that. Better, but weighs more. Is 70 the cutoff? It might be. I thought it was higher in Dark Souls 3. It might be. 7.8. That's about what we can wear there, unfortunately. And our crown, I mean, we gotta keep the crown. Come on. Alright, let's get this armor suited up then. We still have resources, so even if we do need to switch armor, we should be able to. It's gonna be expensive, that's for sure. Get the armor pieces up. The armor pieces generally have a lot more defense with them. Just max that out real quick. I definitely missed armor pieces, I just was not looking hard enough for it. Yeah, there's the leggings. This one doesn't even take Twinkling Titanite, so definitely whatever ones that take like Twinkling Titanite are like the ones that you want, because it seems like that's like the rarest armor upgrade material. Are we maxed on everything now?
I'll be around.
Because ground was maxed, right? So, yeah, +5. We should be a thick boy now. Like, we should have defense. I mean, 200, another, like, 150, another 120 or so. Like, we should be somewhat thick now, so I want to say that we're probably better off. That's still going off of our physical or base physical defense. I really wish it showed my stats, like, with everything on versus, like, without everything off as well. Do you guys have any more human effigies? I may as well talk to you just on the off chance to see if you guys have any more.
Hello again.
1 second. Somebody wants to be let out of the room. All day they're like, I want to come in, I want to come in, and then after that they're like, like 5 minutes later they're like, actually no, never mind, I want out. Iron Flash, increasing defense and resistance, but it also makes it so you can't move at all. I'm pretty sure I've tried that spell before and it just didn't really work when I needed it to. We could upgrade the hand to where we could use it without being hollow and still get a decent amount of use out of it. But we really just do not use pyromancy. So check in with you guys here, make sure you get anything better that I can use. And this is the one I was thinking of. Acts as a decoy and lures foes towards itself. I don't know if that would work on bosses or something, but if it did, that could be real interesting. None of these are going to work at this point.
One day,
Yeah. One day your teachings will save me. I highly doubt it. I don't even use like any of your magic from you there, fam.
You?
Me again? It is me again. I don't think any of their armor is like crazy enough to really warrant it.
Lively.
I'm just checking in with everybody to make sure they didn't get anything new that might be worthwhile for me. At least everybody that's in this general area. Oh. You've always been useless for me, so I doubt you get anything better. Oh, okay. The cat might still have rings that I want. May as well use up the rest of the souls if I end up dying to the boss and potentially losing them anyway.
Just be calm.
Flying feline? What? Boots crafted with brown fur absorbs shock and reduces fall damage. Okay, so you're like specifically all fall damage, huh? Honestly, I'll take it. Easier to be detected by enemies, hard pass. That seems to be pretty much it. With that, I guess we're moving in here. I'm not fat rolling, so I'll take it. It looks like we actually have some actual armor on us for once. Instead of that, like, tattered clothing that we had before. Let me make sure I killed every DLC boss first. To make sure that I got them all. And then I'll probably also look up the secret final boss, or at least the ways to get him to spawn, to make sure that we actually get him to spawn here, because I think we only have these last 2 boss fights. In one, if I somehow can't get the secret boss to work, so... Okay, so in theory, I was supposed to meet this guy here. Okay, perfect. Alright. I think this is the last time we actually had to meet him here. I don't know how we didn't meet him here before, but now this should be the third time that we meet him, which should trigger him as the secret final boss after we kill the final boss. Okay, perfect. I think the setup is here. I think we got this.
Will not falter with this dreadfully twisted world. Peace grows them illusion. Shackled by fools who stay young for love, unaware of this ground until the curse touches the flesh. We are bound by this yoke, as true as the dark that turns within men.
Okay.
All men trust fully in the illusion of life. But is this so wrong? A construction facade, and yet a woman must endures. No, are you intent to shatter the yoke? Spoil this wonderful fortune?
Was this? Am I in the Matrix? Is he offering me the red pill or the blue pill? Would I rather live in the illusion or take it for what it is? I don't think these choices actually matter, but here we go.
I am older. I sought to shed the yoke of fate. Now, I have a new answer. Seek the truth. Seek light, dark, and what lies beyond.
I don't know how we didn't get this guy the proc earlier. I guess it's because we did the spider later than we were supposed to. So I think it was we're originally supposed to see him at the spider. So I think it's spider and then finding him at the bonfire in the castle, and then this one. Or maybe switch the castle one with this one. Either way, that was the third time we were supposed to meet him. Based on what I've seen, we should now be able to fight the secret final boss. That being said, we need to actually get back to here and do just that. I don't know if we'll end up just throwing it out there, fair warning. I don't know if we're gonna end up being the boss in this one. We might have to save it for another stream. As like a farewell or something. Actually, you know what? Let's save it for another stream tomorrow. Although we do have friends over here. Okay, you know what? Although I do want to attempt to fight him solo first. Okay, yeah, no. I know what's gonna happen if I do this. No, okay, no. I made up my mind. Alright, we're gonna finish the final boss as well as the secret final boss in the next stream. That's how we're gonna do it. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. Otherwise, I'm gonna try and immediately do it right now, and, yeah. Alright, so that's how we're gonna do it. Next stream, we're killing the final boss. We're killing the secret final boss. I don't know what we're gonna do after that. Probably original Dark Souls, but I also just finally got Legends of Arceus. So it'll probably be Legends of Arceus after we kill the final boss and the secret final boss in the next stream. So, I'm not sure if we're gonna end up doing those solo. There's plenty of signs out here that are already saying that you probably shouldn't, but I believe it's possible, so we'll try it. I mean, we set up pretty much about as much as we could. I mean, we maxed out all our armor. My staff is maxed. I guess really all we have left is just fighting the boss. I mean, we're about as maxed out as we can get outside of potentially farming a little more to get a little extra weight available to us, and then we can put on heavier armor. So, yeah, that's how we're gonna end up doing that. But we're done for now. We should be able to stream tomorrow as far as I'm aware, so you're not going to be waiting too long. At least you didn't see the final boss already, because then I would have left you on the cliffhanger. I guess it's kind of a cliffhanger, but not as much as one is me actually finding the boss getting close or something, so we'll save it for the next one. Exclamation mark socials, as always, there's my Twitter. If you guys don't know, I have a Twitter account, which you should go follow. Links right there in the command there. If you guys aren't following me, what are you guys doing? I always send out a tweet before stream that's going to tell you what the game that we're going to stream is. And also, as soon as you see it, within the next 5 minutes or so, we're going to be playing it. So as soon as you see that tweet out there, make sure to get in here, because we're starting up real quick right after that goes out. So if you are following me already, links right there. Go ahead and go follow that if you want. It's just a way to stay communicating with me, also for you guys to get updates and stuff. And you guys can always just message me on Twitter. I don't watch it probably as much as I should, so if I have missed any of your guys' Twitter notices, then I apologize. But and just Twitter things. Alright, next up, we got my YouTube channel, which is an archive of all our Twitch VODs. So if you're new, you just came in, you're liking the Dark Souls content, we've got an entire Dark Souls 3 playthrough, including the DLC finished. Same thing, we're Bloodborne, entire DLC finished, as well as the main game finished. If you like some other stuff, if you like Resident Evil, I've got Resident Evil 0 through 8 in there. I've got Revelations 1 and 2. I've got Code Veronica. Everything Resident Evil in there. Everything you would think for Resident Evil, I've basically done. 0 through 8, more of the spin-off like games. They're all there. And we've got other hidden gems along that way. So if you guys are liking the content, go ahead and go over there, like, comment, subscribe, as always. There's also my Discord channel if you guys want to join that. I generally check Discord. Discord's pretty much like always either on my phone or on my computer or on my monitor. Usually it's somewhere on me. So if you really want to get a hold of me, Discord is definitely the way to go about it. It's free to join as always, so you don't have to worry about that. There's bots in there, but they're just for you guys to be able to play around and have fun with. One of them also tells you when I upload YouTube videos to my YouTube channel, which you can also see in Discord and even play in Discord. So if you don't even want to go to YouTube, you could just hop on Discord and then watch them from there if you wanted. So there's that as well. Just another way for you to be able to communicate. If you don't like Twitter or whatever, you're like, I hate Twitter, I never want to use it, that's fine. Go ahead and hit up Discord then. It's just multiple different ways for you guys to be able to stay in contact with me. You guys can always drop me like game suggestions, like if you guys want to see a particular game, you can go ahead and suggest it. I can't always, I won't say that I'll always do them. I'll look at them for sure, but I can't always guarantee that it'll be a game that I go out and play. So, yeah, if you guys got suggestions for that, or anything in the channel really, then by all means go ahead and drop those either in Twitch chat, on Twitter, on Discord, anything like that. With all that being said, I mean, we cleaned up the DLC. I mean, that's pretty good. Did we use NPC summons? Yeah. I didn't really want to, but you saw that last boss. There's no way I'm beating that guy solo. And not as a mage, at least. As a sword fighter, and maybe even with a shield in hand, I could see a future where I could realistically do that. At the current time, with half my magic not even hitting, the fact that he 2 or 3 shots me, and just like the constant, like, even my NPCs didn't keep aggro, like they just didn't for most of those fights. The one that they finally did keep aggro, a respectable amount at least, we beat it easily. I mean, I still had a decent amount of Estus left. Yeah. So one, as soon as they kept aggro for a majority of the fight, it was already over. But yeah, so the co-op DLC we co-ops, and as you could have probably imagined, turned out really well. Rather than soloing. So I don't feel too bad about using the summons on that. Maybe on the final boss fight and the secret boss fight, maybe I would start feeling bad about it, but I'm pretty sure all the main bosses we've actually soloed, so that's cool. I want to keep that for the final boss and the secret final boss. If I just get too frustrated or it just looks too ridiculous to solo, then I'm not opposed to using summons, but I'd very much so like to solo it if at all possible. Yeah. So that's all myself. That's our thoughts for tomorrow, as long as everything works out. If it doesn't, I'll just send a message out on stream, or on Twitter, I should say, and then yeah. I don't see a reason why we couldn't stream tomorrow. On the off chance that something happens, more than likely after Dark Souls 2, we're gonna be playing Legends of Arceus. I know, a big switch from Dark Souls 2 to go from Dark Souls to Pokemon. So I understand the people that are purely here for Souls-like content may not necessarily like Pokemon, but it's something I've been looking forward to for a while, so it's gonna happen. After Legends of Arceus, though, we could probably go back to Dark Souls 1, and then maybe when we finish Dark Souls 1, maybe Elden Ring will be out by that time, and then we can hopefully more smoothly transition into Elden Ring, as we'll already have some Dark Souls left in us still, so that way we don't go complete noob into Elden Ring and then just get utterly bodied. Alright, that's enough stalling. Appreciate everybody for coming out. If you guys haven't already, follow me on Twitch. We are 33 away from hitting affiliate status, baby. I've done everything that I could do on my end. Like, all the requirements that, like, specifically are focused to streamers in order to be able to hit affiliate, I've hit. The only things that we haven't hit are the 50 followers, and then, like, a more consistent viewing of the streams, which is it's not a huge deal. By the time we get the 50 subscribers, managing like 3+ people a stream every time after that point, I can totally see it being realistic. So I've done what I can. If you guys thought this 3-hour 20-minute stream, 3.5-hour-ish stream was worth your guys' time, you got any form of entertainment out of it, hit that follow button on Twitch. It's free, you gotta press it once, you can never press it again. It literally takes longer to leave Twitch than it does to press that button right there. So yeah, that's my sellout. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow.